Listen up, Vibe Tribe. I want you guys to just think of a happy day. Imagine you're walking in a beautiful garden full of greenery. The sun is shining bright, and the flowers around you are blossoming in glee. You're prancing around cool waters, and the world around you looks so surreal. All of a sudden, you turn towards one direction and see a thick and dark clouds envelope the sky. The sky begins to turn darker. You can't even move anymore. You can't even move any further. You're stuck in nowhere. The darkness you saw is not the weather. It's what happens when you stay away from your inner happiness and surrender to your ego. Listen up, Vibe Tribe. Handling your ego problems can be tough. It doesn't want you to be happy after all. But there are several ways using which overcoming ego is possible. Here's some ideas I just want to suggest to you guys. Now, what does an ego mean? Before we get into the ego definition, let me gently remind you that everyone has an ego, no matter who denies it. We can promise you, ego exists in everyone. It's a feeling inside in which makes you feel different and special from everyone else. Okay, on today's episode of Vibe Tribe, I just wanted to throw a few tips at you guys on how to let go of your ego problems. Even if it's not for you, maybe a close friend. Or you can even make a short for your channel, do an ego challenge out of this. And like I always say, if you're new to the channel, you know what to do to the channel. Become part of the Vibe Tribe, subscribe right now. Okay, let's get into it. Number 1, don't get all personal about it. The first thing you need to do is get less personal about things. Some of you can take it too literally. Avoid doing something like that. You should learn to be at peace with yourself. Also, know that people don't always mean what they say. Sometimes they're just angry and upset, so they behave in a certain way. If you take it too personally, you will end up getting hurt by the end. So take my advice and don't take things personally. Number 2, accept all of your mistakes. A great way to work on all of your ego problems is by accepting your mistakes. Just do know that everyone at certain times goes wrong, and it's very natural to commit a mistake. But being stubborn and selfish about it is not a good thing. See, it doesn't matter if you're a parent or a teacher or a boss. You should be humble enough to admit where you have gone wrong. Go and apologize to that person. It will feel light and stop your false ego from controlling your life. Number 3, stop being afraid of looking silly. See, one of the biggest mistakes egotistic people make in living in fear of looking silly. It's often associated with pride, since proud people are always so worried about making a fool out of themselves. And if you have been feeling like this for a while, then stop right now. Don't worry about looking dumb. The more conscious you are, the higher your chance of looking and feeling silly in front of others. So the key way to becoming less egotistic is by being less afraid of such silly feelings. Number 4, know that ego never dies. As you are all aware, the ego is very smooth and would like you to think that it's easy to let go. Look at your ego like this. It will probably leave you alone for a day, and right the next day, you'll feel like it's crawling back to you with some of its same old tricks. And if you have fallen victim to this, you must know how crazy this feeling is. But with time, you must realize the ego is something that is not gonna die. It will always be there in some form or the other, hiding somewhere in your life. It will speak to you in the nicest way possible and then stab you when you least expect it. Number 5, knowing that you aren't the best. See, it's very important to be aware of your limitations. You should know that you aren't the best of everything, and there will be people that can do things better than you. But also remember that you probably aren't the only person feeling like this. You see, everybody is not good at something, and that's absolutely okay. Plus, knowing that you're limited in certain ways doesn't mean you can't accomplish or fulfill your dreams. You don't have to be hard on someone because they can and you can't. See, Vibe Tribe, half of your ego problems will be solved if you just accept certain things. And trust me, this will take you a long way. Number 6, just stop bragging. It's great to have a very high self-esteem and feel great about all accomplishments, but bragging is just foolish and not needed. It is known for boosting ego. If you really have done something great in life, chances are people will come to know about it and will respect you all the more if they get to know how humble you are about it. So don't constantly talk about how great you were when you went up for that speech or presentation. The lesser you brag about yourself, the more humble and less egotistic you will come across as. Number 7, one of my favorites. Be thankful for the little things you have. See, imagine that your university results are out and you've topped the class. Obviously, you will be credited greatly for studying and working hard, etc. But also remember that there is someone else who is equally as hardworking as you are, but is not standing in your position. If you begin to think things in this way, chances are you will have a better controlled ego and balance your emotions at the same time. So be thankful for all the things that you have in your life, even if it's something very simple. Number 8, compliment others. It is a great thing to compliment others. Let your partner or friend know how beautiful they look today and how great that their dress looks on them. You can also go a little bit deeper. Just compliment them for having a good personality. See what makes your friends and colleagues so special and look for positive attributes always. And number 9, final tips. Always remember that being humble and less egotistic has so many benefits. To overcome feelings like this, and that it feels great when someone reaches out to you for help. Plus, when it comes to things like this, always consult closest friends. They can help you in times like this. So there you have it, Vibe Tribe. What does this all mean? Well, what it means is we are going into the new year on some different level up type of thinking. So until next time, Mickey made it.